Hello, everypony. Today we will be talking about the history. Well, not the history. How Equestria was made. Yes, and it might take a while, so we might split this video into two parts. But we'll see how long it takes. Yes. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so first, a long time ago, there lived two women. One woman and one man. They were husband and wife. They lived in the human world. But one day they found a magical mirror that took them into a world that they've never seen before. And they loved horses. And they had so much power in that land. And they became alicorns, one controlling night and one controlling day. They also created a zebra civilization. The first one to live there was a zebra named Sakura. Next was a civilization for donkeys. Yes, and I said donkeys. And then they made a civilization for themselves in a castle called the Castle of Two Sisters. Even if they weren't sisters, they figured when they had kids they would be sisters. So they named it that. And it was in the Alicorn civilization. And they were king and queen of Equestria, which was what they called it. And also there was a Pegasi civilization. They made Pegasi control the weather. Then there was a unicorn civilization. The unicorns controlled magic and things and stuff like that. They also decided that they would have kids to carry on the family name. But one of those kids didn't turn out so well. His name was Discord. At first he was friendly, but in the end he was bad. He will turn out bad later. Then they had kids and they controlled their roles. Since they were immortal, they retired instead of dying. But sometimes they taught unicorns or Pegasi that looked good. Not good as in pretty, as in good for Princess of Friendship, because friendship was a very important thing, and they knew if they had a Princess of Friendship, she would get peace when the world was at war. And so when the student grew up and was still a faithful student and passed the exam, she would become an alicorn and become Princess of Friendship. And then that Princess of Friendship would learn how to pick a filly or so to be Princess of Friendship, or a student. And meanwhile, time went on. Over 100,000 years later, the ancestors of the first alicorns, not ancestors, their great, and so on grandkids had two kids named Celestia and Luna. Celestia looked as if she would be Princess of the Sun, but they didn't know. And Luna came out looking like she might be Princess of the Moon. Later, they learned to control the moon and the sun. They both got their cutie marks. One Princess of Sun, one Princess of Night. Discord got jealous, though. He wanted to be royal. So he started a race of dragons. And he decided that they were going to be his subjects. But we knew that this dragon civilization would not work out. So we turned Discord to stone. But then there was no way to get rid of the dragons. So then on, that was Aquestria. Soon we grew up into the princesses of Equestria. Hey! But we still need a non-artificial alicorn to take our places. We will probably get married and have kids soon, hopefully, so we have some royal offspring. But when the royalty retires, they still are respected as royalty. Right, Luna? Right, and they get a room in the castle. Oh well, guess I get to say the rest of the story. Though they decided to build a new castle. Yep. And that castle was not called the Castle of Two Sisters. But it was a pretty fine castle. And soon, Celestia found a pretty faithful student. But instead of having an aura of friendship around her, she had an aura of love. Her name was Princess Cadence. And so Cadence became Princess of Love. And later on married Shining Armor and became ruler of the Crystal Empire. And then Celestia, my sister, found a very faithful student called Sunset Shimmer. Sunset Shimmer saw that Celestia was hanging out a lot of time with Twilight. Soon, when Sunset Shimmer passed the exam, she got angry and abandoned her studies. She went through a magical portal and became one of the humans. Though Celestia and me were not taught about this world, so we did not know about the human world. But now we figured it out from an old book about our great, and so on parents. And so now, Princess of Love and her husband Shining Armor live in their Crystal Empire. We live in our castle in Canterlot, and that faithful student Twilight has grown up as Princess of Friendship, and though she is an artificial alicorn because she was not raised in the alicorn civilization. So that means she's artificial. That means she is not immortal, like Cadence. But, so that's why we are teaching them how to find a good pony to take their place. And I think that's pretty much it. So now our princesses are me, Luna, Princess of Night, Celestia, Princess of Day, Twilight, Princess of Friendship, Cadence, Princess of Love, and her husband, Shining. And that's pretty much our royals. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.